A lot of people talking about the players we lost this offseason. We lost some good talent. We lost Josh Sweat, Milt Williams. You know, he was major in the middle. Uh, C.J. Gardner Johnson, Darius Slay. You know, you lose all those players on the number one defense, and now everybody thinking, oh, that defense is not gonna look the same. They not even, they trying their best to put somebody else in that spot to be the best team next year to win the Super Bowl next year. But sorry to have to tell you guys, but we're coming back for another one. Yeah, next man up. We had the next man up mentality all season. You know, it's a lot of injuries involved in this game, and on that defense, we was never worried. One man went down, next man stepped up, and we didn't miss a beat. I'm talking about Darius Slay was getting old, and we already knew he was going to be either retiring or, a lot of us they thought he was going to retire, and we wasn't worried about next year. Did you see the young boys we got in there? Did you not see them? Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Keely Ringo. Like we got some guys out there now. Eli Ricks, we got some guys. We solid. We pretty. Yeah, we solid. And then we just drafted a linebacker, N'Kobe Dean. He been great, but he been injured. So we got Jai Campbell, number one draft pick, first round. Not number one first round, number one for us, but our first round draft pick this year. That was the steal of the draft. We got him. So if N'Kobe Dean's not ready to go, we still got Zach Bond. Zach Bond and N'Kobe Dean. If N'Kobe Dean ain't ready, we got Jahad Campbell to throw in there, throw in the mix. And we still got Jeremiah Trotter Jr., who still ain't get his chance to really do his thing yet. He want to represent for his old man. He want to get in there and get some burn too. Not worried at linebacker. Already talked about the secondary. And we drafted a safety. We got Sidney Brown in there. And we got Reed Blankenship starting. I'm not worried about the secondary or the linebacking core. That D line. Okay, we lost 3 starters. But guess what? Nolan Smith is ready. He done showed that he's ready. Jalen Carter came in the league ready. And Jordan Davis is ready. And Jalix Hunt is ready. But that's a great starting 4 on the defensive line. So guess who's not worried? The Philly Sports Jawn ain't worried. We cool. We good. Calm down, all Eagles fans. If you thought that we was going to take a step back because of the losses on our defense, don't let the media fool you. Don't let the media fool you. We got better. We got better. Josh Sweat been trying to prove himself for a long time, man. He just now starting to put up some decent numbers. He has okay numbers, but he not elite, man. He's good. But come on, man. Milt Williams was real good. But he ain't no Jalen Carter. And Jordan Davis next to Jalen Carter, we good, man. We good. Trust me, we're good. And Brandon Graham, he was done. He was ready to retire, man. You know what I mean? It's over. You know what I mean? Jalix Hunt is official. He's young. You know what I mean? You got to get younger. You can't keep the same guys forever, man. Start getting old. We start getting slower, more injury prone, take longer to heal, all that type of stuff. Hey, we got young cannons. Shout out to the young cannons on the Eagles roster. Because they going to carry. They been carrying it on the offensive line. You see, you lost Jason Kelsey last year. You see Cam Jurgens step right in there. Young cannons. He learned from the best. He learned from Jason Kelsey. He got all the techniques and all that stuff from Jason Kelsey, who was a little undersized for the position, but he was so good and physical, he was able to work on an elite level. Now you plug in Cam Jurgens, who got the same technique, same move. He learned straight from the GOAT, but he's bigger and stronger. So now he can beat you straight up without the technique. But once you use the technique, now is oh man, he is like a mismatch out there. King Jurgis is gonna be a good for a long time. He might mess around and be another Hall of Famer at the center position, right in the middle of that O line. We still got Lane Johnson. Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm a little worried about for the future. Not for this year, because he's still in there. He might still keep playing for a couple more years because he's still in the elite level. But we definitely are going to have to draft a replacement for Lane Johnson at some point. You know, we definitely going to have to invest in top tier O lineman, a tackle that could be able to replace Lane Johnson at some point because he's been a stable on our team. When Lane Johnson is not in there, we can't afford to lose Lane Johnson. We need Lane. So at some point, we need to bring him in before he's done so he can do the same thing like Kelsey did. You know, take a great talent and give him some extra tools, you know, teach him the technique, you know, and get him on point, get him ready for the future, man. You know, pass the torch type mentality, you know? So it's like, we got Jeremy Lotta. He's younger than Lane Johnson. He's going to be with us for a while, you know, but we got to keep that O-line sturdy. But I'm not worried. I know that we definitely value the O-line, so, you know. But looking forward, you know, the defense is so young. I'm not worried at all. But, you know, we just did that transition from the older players leaving, and then we retool young, strong. We're going to have to do that with the O-line soon at some point. So once we do that, then we can, you know, relax a little bit moving forward. But right now, we still cool. We can relax right now for at least a couple years with this O-line. And, yeah, I think that we're going to need to spread the ball out a little bit more this year. Use this great receiving core we have. And, you know, save Saquon from taking a lot of hits, you know, even though he's a great talent. We don't want to overuse him. We want to, you know, let him do his thing, but not take so many hits this year. We got Will Shipley, who didn't get a chance to get a lot of carries because we had a full backfield already, and he was a rookie. So, you know, I get it. Kenneth Gainwell did a great job last year, so it wasn't so easy to just take him out and put Will Shipley in. But now that Kenneth Gainwell is with the Steelers, you know, with Pittsburgh, now we got a chance to give him some burn. I'm very excited about Will Shipley and what he can bring to the table because his running style is real impressive. He looks like a Christian McCaffrey. He runs violent and oh man, he runs hard. So I definitely want to see that. And another thing I want to see is I want to see Cooper DeJean, or not see actually. I do not want to see Cooper DeJean returning kicks or returning punts, any of that. I know we got some other young receivers that haven't been able to get a lot of playtime with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith in there. I would like to see those guys return kicks because I know we have a few good guys that can do it. I don't want to see Cooper DeJean returning kicks and could you imagine if we get Cooper DeJean hurt on returning a kick and now we lose a top tier defender on the secondary? Nah, I don't want to see him return no kicks. Okay, we got some talent, some young talent that can return kicks. So keep Coop on the defense. No returning kicks for him, man. Return some interceptions back. We need pick sixes from him, not punt returns. All right, it felt very risky last year doing that. So, you know, outside of that, I think that, you know, we're in a great position, man. And can't wait for the season to start. You know what I mean? Can't wait to see the young guys prove everybody wrong. Again, if you're an Eagles fan, stay an Eagles fan. There's nowhere else to go, man. It's the best place to be. We still got it. We're going to have it for a long time. You heard it first, right here. We good. We lost a lot, but we gained a lot. Out with the old, in with the new. Trust the young cannons. This the Philly Sports Jawn. We'll be back in a minute.